But I've always said to girls, I'm more than happy to give you the advice that's worked for me. If you want to try webcamming, if you want to build your own site, anything that I know that's worked for me, I'm more than happy to help you with that. I found with social media, there's such a barrier there. And I think half of it is jealousy. I think some of it is ego. And I think some of it is almost this desire to kind of watch girls from afar. It's like girls, because of their ego, won't follow other girls, but they're so curious. They want to know what they're doing. They want to know, like, hey girl, where'd you get that outfit? Ooh, she lost a few pounds. I know she did. What is she drinking? She was with this guy last year and I know him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your mind just starts going. And so part of me was, I always made it really clear that I was always available to help girls, as you said, navigate the business, regardless of our personal views, political views, regardless of, things that you choose to do. Because I've always said that there's many facets of the adult industry that I don't necessarily support, meaning some of it to me is very, I would say, aggressive.
Yeah.
I kind of always stayed more on the glamorous side. I loved feature dancing. That was a huge part of the business that I stayed in long after I quit shooting hardcore, because I would get these DMs like, this guy's taking all my money. And I was like,
oh God.
I don't want to be like the therapist, but you know what I'm saying? That's part of mentoring too. Like you feel like you can't really pick and choose what advice you want to give, but I've tried to just stay more professional than personal as far as mentoring goes. And I find that has helped me. I don't know if that made sense. But.
No, it totally does. Like, at least you're still like available for certain things. Like, you haven't completely closed that door, where for me, like, it's pretty closed. I've just been like burnt too many times. I don't know. It's like, I started with like such an open place. Like, I experienced a lot of shit in my time. I've been shooting for like 10 years now. But I haven't been shooting mainstream now for about 4. And it was like the same thing. Like, we had similar careers in the same sense as, like, I've always kind of done more of like the pretty stuff. Like I performed dirty, don't get me wrong, but I still did it pretty. And I never was with more than 2 people at one time.
Which puts you in a whole different category too, not to cut you off, but as far as the fans go and as far as your peers go, it kind of in a roundabout way segregates you as well, just for people listening, when that's why I say facets of the industry, because there are like strictly webcam girls, there are strictly, and I find that that's really getting blurred now.
Oh yeah. But I don't know if you experienced it, because it was obviously a very different environment, like back when you were shooting mainstream. But
back in the day, no, I'm just
no. But like, because I didn't do more extreme stuff, or because like I was very much like a no person. Like, I had no problem saying no if someone was like, you have to do this position, or you have to say this, or make this face, whatever it was. If I felt like it didn't represent me properly and like the best light, I would just say no. So I got a reputation of being like a diva, or like just in it for the money, or too business, or she doesn't like sex because she's not doing these crazy things. I'm like, I'm just being myself. Like there's no amount of money that's going to make me do something that I regret that's out there forever. And I just felt even more isolated because I wasn't doing extreme stuff. And I've heard you say on other podcasts, it's like, but where's your longevity? If you come out the gate and you're doing these crazy things, like, then what? You have to stay there. What's next after that, right? Like, do you see yourself still shooting for 10, 20 years? Like, it's not sustainable.